Most people think getting rich is about earning more money. It's not. It's about how you think, how you behave, and the decisions you repeat every single day. Because the truth is, a few simple money lessons can completely change the direction of your life. And these 10, they're the ones that make the biggest difference. The first lesson, delayed gratification, is everything. If you can learn to say no now, you give yourself a much bigger yes later. This shows up everywhere, in investing, in spending, in life decisions. Because the longer you let your money grow, the more powerful it becomes. A simple way to think about it: if you can't buy it twice, don't buy it once. Because real financial confidence isn't about affording something once. It's about affording it without thinking twice. The second lesson, track the numbers that actually matter. Not everything, just 3. Your expenses, your savings rate, and your net worth. That's it. Because when you track these consistently, you start seeing patterns, you become aware, and awareness changes behavior. The third lesson, you don't need complicated investments. In fact, the more complicated you make it, the worse it usually gets. Most people think having more investments means being more diversified, but often it just means more confusion. Simple, consistent investing almost always wins. The fourth lesson, be careful with things that lose value. Cars, clothes, gadgets. They all feel good in the moment, but they lose value the second you buy them. And the worst mistake? Borrowing money to buy something that's losing value. That's how people stay stuck. The fifth lesson, time in the market beats everything. People spend years waiting for the perfect time, but the reality is, the longer you stay invested, the more your chances improve. Not days, not months, years, decades. That's where real wealth is built. The sixth lesson, in the beginning, saving matters more than investing. Because before your money can grow, you need something to grow. That first amount you build, that first foundation, that's what changes everything. And getting there, it's not exciting. It's discipline. The seventh lesson, investing should feel boring. No constant checking, no emotional decisions, no chasing trends. Just consistency. Because the people who win aren't the ones doing the most. They're the ones who stay the longest. The eighth lesson, stop comparing your financial life to others. Because you're not seeing the full picture. You're seeing the highlights, not the debt, not the stress, not the reality behind it. Comparison doesn't make you richer. It just makes you distracted. The ninth lesson, don't try to look rich. Because most people who look rich aren't. They spend everything they earn trying to maintain an image. Real wealth is quiet. It doesn't need validation. It doesn't need attention. It grows in the background. And the 10th lesson, what's risky for someone else might not be risky for you, and what works for someone else might not work for you. There is no one-size-fits-all in money. So before you follow any advice, ask yourself, does this actually make sense for my life? Because the best financial decisions are the ones aligned with you. At the end of the day, personal finance isn't complicated, but it does require honesty. Honesty about your habits, your choices, and your priorities. Because your future isn't built in one big moment. It's built in small decisions, repeated daily. So if something in your life feels off financially, don't try to fix everything at once. Just start with one lesson, one shift, one better decision today. Because that's how it begins. And over time, that's how everything changes.